Hi loves, I'm laquannadivine and welcome to just a little pop-up reading that I decided to do with you all because I was doing a little meditating and pre-shuffling earlier and man, the energy, at least the energy of the people who I'm connecting to right now, I just want to tell you guys, everything is going to be alright. Let's go ahead and take a nice beautiful deep breath in on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's connect to our higher selves. 1, 2, and 3. Breathe. Thank you, Divine Source, for using me as a channel. But yeah, I want to get into some of these messages that I was feeling for the people who I'm connecting to. I'm feeling this energy of that hangman energy. It's almost as if some of you may be feeling stagnant, or you feel like your life is at a standstill, or you feel like, I don't know what to do next. I feel someone feeling a lot of pressure, feeling all this pressure on them, like they have to make a move. But this pressure that you're feeling, love, is only due to your perspective and how you're looking at things. I also was feeling a lot of there's a need for some of you that I'm connecting to heal something from the past. This could be childhood, but there's something from the past that may be resurfacing right now in your present that needs to be healed, because also there's some truth. There is some truth that may be revealed to you through someone else, through hearing something through the grapevine, or some truth that you have realized on your own that's going to trigger this healing that needs to take place in your life. But I'm just feeling this a need to persevere, to keep going, to not give up. A little feeling weary, but still needing to press on. You know how, let's just say you're in a race and you're ahead of everyone and you're almost there, but you're getting tired and you could just feel that person on your heels almost getting ready to pass you, but you persevere and you keep going and you still reach that finish line. That is the energy that I'm feeling for the people that I'm connecting to with this pop-up reading. So without further ado, I just want to get into it. You guys know I love my crystal deck, so I have a new deck that I want to use just to give us some insight into what I'm feeling, because I do feel someone needing to just keep going even though you're tired and you're weary. Try to tap into that inner what am I looking for? That inner fire. That little spark that you have left. Use that to finish what you started. Use that to start this healing process. Use that to keep going. Do not give up. But let me get into my crystal and see. Divine Source, benevolent ancestors and spirit guides. Okay. That's the one. All right. Diopside. That's a new crystal. I never heard of that one. Diopside. But it talks about Mother Earth. And just off of me guessing, I'm guessing that it will benefit those of you to connect to Mother Earth, get grounded in some kind of way. Do not allow yourself to be lost in your root chakra of fear. So let's get into that. I'm going to go into the book. Alright, so this is related to your heart chakra here. And that's what I was feeling. Some healing needing to take place. For some of you, this is childhood issues coming up. Okay. This gets into all of that I was feeling for those of you who these messages resonate with. But let me get into this. Alright. So this crystal comes in various hues of green. This crystal is related to the heart chakra. This loving, healing crystal is deeply connected to and aligned with the heart of the earth. The medicine of diopside will gently guide you into the inner chambers of the heart to know your true essence. It encourages you to feel the oneness with the earth and the blessings and healing that comes with such a sacred connection. Mother Gaia shares her medicine of divine love, nurturing, grounding, balance, and deep feminine energy of healing. Diopside also assists in healing unresolved wounds from your mother. So for some of you, you may be dealing with issues related to your mother. I also was picking up, going back to my channeled messages, I also was picking up for someone, okay, either you or if you have a child, because this is what I was getting from this. Let's just say you were a child, right? And you may have had some issues, some health issues when you were a child. And they could have possibly told you, you know, look, these health issues that you have, you'll be dealing with these issues for the rest of your life, all right? But then you beat the odds. You struggled with these issues when you were a child, but when you begin to grow and you hit, you know, that adolescent stage and you became a teenager, throughout all of those years, you didn't deal with that childhood illness that you had for all of those years. But now, something has triggered those childhood ailments to come back up. All right. For some of you, these are physical ailments in your body that you haven't dealt with since you were a child. But something happened that triggered you to start having these problems now as an adult. Now, for others of you, this could very well be your child who dealt with these issues when they were an infant, when they were a baby. And maybe for some years now, they haven't had problems. But for whatever reason, something comes up with your child. All right. For others of you, these are emotional issues that are coming up for you. Some triggers. Things have happened. Maybe, you know, you realize some things over this time, because remember I was telling you I was feeling this hangman energy where you're feeling stagnant, where you're feeling like, man, you know what? This may be something that you thought you dealt with. I thought I dealt with this. I thought I was done feeling this issue or this emotional abandonment from my mother. But maybe it's some behavior that your mother may be exhibiting that triggers that you may remember. All right. But so this crystal assists in connecting the heart of Mother Earth, assists in connecting to the heart of Mother Earth and in receiving her healing energy. Allows an opening to receive and nurture yourself, because a lot of you definitely need to be in that. Because I was feeling pressure. Someone's feeling pressured because maybe you have maybe you're someone where everyone looks to you. Maybe you feel there's a lot of pressure on you because everyone comes to you for advice or for money or whatever it may be, and you're feeling pressured, all right, within this particular situation. But let me just keep going because it goes into more. But it says hold you deep in love as you explore childhood issues. So going back to those childhood issues, for some of you, these are physical ailments. For others of you, this is emotional. Also assists in identifying trauma carried from the womb. Now, I want to give a little side story here because I can identify with that trauma carried from the womb. Well, I was ejected from the womb early. I was a premature child, so I didn't get to finish baking. My mother had me at 26 weeks. I was born with 1.5 lungs. I had a hole in my heart. I had a half a brain. So as a child, I was very, 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 very connected to my mother. Okay, I had separation anxiety. You know, when I would have to be separate from my mother, I would lash out, I would fight, I would do all kinds of things because I just wanted to be close to my mother. I just wanted to feel her love and the nourishment that she, gave to me. And whenever I would have to be separated from her, I would feel that abandonment. And so, and I didn't realize it until later, but I'm like, wow, when I got older and I learned to, give my mom her space, because I'm telling you, I would follow my mom everywhere. And mothers out there, if you have a child that does that follows you all around, then I'm sure that you can, understand what I mean. I would follow my mother around everywhere she went. I didn't want her to be out of my sight. And when I got older, I realized, oh my gosh, you know what? I probably was so connected to my mom because I was ejected from her womb so early. And even when they took me from her womb, I had to stay in the hospital like 3 months. Now, my mother, she would come, of course, to visit me every day. But to the babies that are born healthy, who actually get to, their mother gets to spend that one-on-one skin-to-skin contact with them and get to breastfeed them, and they get to stay there, all night with their mom. That child didn't have to feel that separation so early. So for some of you, you may be that premature child. I was a premature baby. So maybe you were a premature baby and you realized some emotional wounds that may be coming back up for you when you were that result from your childhood. For others of you who were born, maybe during the 80s when it was the crack era, maybe some of you, your mother abused crack while she was pregnant with you. And like I was saying earlier, with the ailments and things, maybe there were some ailments that you had as a child that, they lied dormant for a while, but maybe there are some things that came and triggered that, and now you're dealing with that. So diopside, hopefully I'm saying the name of the crystal right, but diopside deals with that. So let me just go into the message of that so I can go on, because I don't want to be on here too long. You have attracted this crystal into your world today to assist you in a deeper connection to Mother Earth. The ancients understood our intimate connection with the earth and recognized and honored her deeply. The earth nurtures, provides, feeds, and cares for our survival needs. We are deeply connected and attuned to her at all times. Over the years, in our minds, we have slowly distanced ourselves from this deep truth, creating a sense of separation. However, in truth, we are always connected. It is now time for you to deepen your understanding and connection to Mother Earth and receive her love and blessings. You may have been feeling a lack of grounding and support in your life, and this card has arrived to assist you. Perhaps you have been feeling disconnected, lethargic, or require some healing and guidance. Whatever your situation is, Mother Earth, along with the divas of diopside, have heard your calls for help and is here to offer you healing and support and to let you know she loves you. Feel her nurturing vibration under your feet. supporting each step you take here on the planet. Tune into her heartbeat and open to receive her divine love into your heart. It is time for you to reconnect back to your roots and the earth. Take some time out in nature. Spend time in the garden or lie among the trees. Feel yourself being held and embraced by the earth as you allow this energy to recharge and revitalize each and every cell of your mind, body, and spirit. It could be possible that by pulling this card today, you are experiencing unresolved issues around your mother or challenges of being a mother. The divas of Diopside and Mother Earth are greatly supporting you, filling you with unconditional love and healing as you transform through this stage of your life. The divas would like to encourage you to do something positive for the earth, such as planting a tree, collecting trash, and doing your best to recycle. So those of you who are feeling this, the way that you can help to move this energy is by doing those things. Recycling, going to hug a tree, sitting outside in nature. For those of you who live in Florida, or for those of you who have been getting a lot of rain lately, opening your windows, allowing that fresh air in from the rain, and allowing Mother Nature's scent and smell to come into your world, into your home. But yes, that was the message from the crystal. I want to get into my archetype deck and see what else comes up. But yes, so it's just definitely validating what I was feeling for those of you who these messages resonate. Just a lot of healing needing to be done, and based around your mother. Maybe the lack of support that you did not get from your mother. I'll be right back, you guys, because I'm cooking some beans and I smell them, and I want to make sure everything's copacetic down there. So I'll be right back. Just give me just a second here. Whew. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to go make sure my beans was burning. But what happened was, you know how some of the juice be sliding on to the side of the pot. So the eye was burning. But yeah, I had to go make sure everything was good. You know, when you're cooking and you're doing something, gotta keep an eye on your stuff. But anyways, I want to go into my archetype deck. I don't know why I keep saying depth, unless someone is trying to get out of depth. Because for someone, I definitely did feel like, for some of you, you were feeling a little bummed out due to money not coming in the way you would like. So some of you may be looking to get out of debt. You owe someone, maybe be looking for extra funds to pay that money back. But anyways, back to the message of just those of you dealing with those childhood issues or issues with your mother, or I don't know why this keeps coming up, because not really issues with your mother, but something in reference to your mother came up in my last pop-up reading. But yeah, so this reading is more so geared to those who are dealing with some emotional trauma or something from their childhood or something from the past. But basically, this is all about healing, needing to heal an emotional issue. And for some of you, this is related to your mother. For some of you, this could be a love relationship, or it could even be your relationship with your child or your children, for those of you who have more than one. But let me go into my archetype deck and see what additional messages come out in reference to what I was picking up on, for those of you these messages resonate with. Can you give us some more insight, Spirit, into what behaviors or archetypes may be showing up for the people that these messages resonate with? some more insight. All right, see, this is being able to transmute. Child divine, teacher, and poet. All right, a lot of emotional energy here. The energy of transmuting, transformation, going from that dark place to a better place, gaining a better perspective, healing that heart chakra, healing those deep wounds that relate to your childhood. So, the alchemist is someone, and in reference to the tarot, it correlates to the magician, but this is someone who's able to transmute energy. Okay, so you may be transmuting that abandonment, that anger. For some of you, this could be fear. Transmuting not feeling like you're good enough. Transmuting that feeling of feeling a lot of pressure on you. Transmuting that energy. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. All right. For some of you, maybe your mother misused her power. When you're a mother, of course, your child, they're going to listen to you. So you may have came to the truth of where you feel like your mother abused her power, because that is the shadow attribute of this alchemist card. Misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So maybe she guilt tripped you. Maybe you are part of a particular religion. And for some of you, maybe you're realizing the truth about religion. All right. Maybe your mother guilt tripped you into believing certain things when you were a child. They put the fear, they put the fear of God in you by telling you, or you're going to go to hell for this, or you're a sinner, or whatever it may be. For some of you, this may be some characteristics that your mother exhibited when you were a child, and you're realizing that, and now you're like, okay, how do I come to terms with this now that I realize this? How do I go about forgiving my mother and healing through this process? All right. Then we have child divine. So this is representing that innocence of your childhood when you were a child. Also, for some of you, this is about getting back to that connection that you had to the Most High when you were a child. All right. For some of you, you automatically felt that connection to the divine when you were a child. Maybe you were someone that automatically did a lot of meditating. No one probably told you about meditating. You just was meditating as a child, and you received insight. For some of you, maybe you no one had to tell you to pray. You just said your prayers that night when you were a child, or whatever it may be. This is about connecting to that innocence of that childhood innocence that we all still have. Even though we're adults, there's still that inner child within us. You may have felt like you weren't able to speak up or defend yourself against whatever this was with your mother, because this definitely goes back, for a lot of you, this definitely goes back to your mother. All right. For those of you who are mothers, this could be how your child felt about you. Maybe your child felt muffled, that they couldn't speak up, because if they spoke up on things, you could have been one of those stern parents that didn't allow your child to express how they felt. All right. Maybe they felt muffled, held back by you. Then we have the teacher. The ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. For those of you who have dealt with this with your mother and you have children now, you learned from your mother. You learned not to be, that type of mother to your child. Excuse me, you guys. I keep getting interruptions. And some of you may be getting interruptions, all right? And maybe you should really, really wait for that perfect time for those of you who want to talk to your mother about these things, who want to begin healing and address these problems with your mother. You might be getting interrupted because I keep getting interrupted in your reading. So maybe you should try to plan a day to talk to your mother about this. I do feel like there could have been a teacher as well that noticed some things about you when you were in school. Maybe they picked up on the fact that you had a strained relationship with your mother. Let's see. And we have the poet. Expresses soul, insights, and symbolic language. Some of you may have been, maybe some of you may do music, all right? Maybe you're a singer, a rapper, maybe you play an instrument or something, a part of a band or whatever it may be. And maybe that was something that you struggled with your mother. Maybe she wanted you to become a doctor, lawyer, and you was like, no, Mom, I want to do music. Oh, I want to be a poet. Or I want to be an artist. I want to just something in terms of creative expression that your mother may not have agreed with. All right. That's what I'm getting here. For some of you may be going through. Let me try to get a closing message in for you guys because I have to go. All right. Can we get a closing message here? What is this closing message? Despondence. Despondence. I don't even know what that word means, so let me just go into that real quick so I can close this off. This deals with manifesting, all right, which goes back to that alchemist. All right, and this is about your inner knowing, your intuitive expression. This also goes back to your inner child. So there's a lot of things in reference to your inner child that I feel like you need to tap into for those of you who these messages are resonating with. Despondence. You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Alright, so maybe there's emotional tie to your mother or a mother figure. For those of you who have kids, there's something going on here to a relationship in reference to your mother. And maybe there are some behaviors that you need to work through in relations to how you even relate to women. Okay, for some of my fellas out there, maybe there was an issue with your mother that needed to be healed, that manifested in your relationships with women. All right, maybe you didn't treat women in a way that was respectable or a way that they deserve. Maybe your mother never taught you, because as a man, it definitely, the way you treat women can definitely stand back to your mother and your relationship to her. So you may be realizing, dang, you know what, I never realized this, but I do treat women XYZ because I didn't have this from my mother, and I realize that now, so I'm not going to treat women this way anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this is about you needing to change your perspective, because the way you're looking at the issue is the issue. Alright, so there's a need for a perspective change for some of you in order for you to move out of that hangman energy that I was feeling, out of that position of not knowing what to do, feeling stuck and feeling stagnant. There just simply needs to be a change in your perspective. Alright, so the way that these obstacles or these emotional bondages or whatever it is that you all are feeling, those of you who resonate with these messages, the way to combat this is to change your perspective. Okay, so connect to Mother Earth. That is the main message as well. Connecting to Mother Earth. When you're out there connecting, then you will receive the answers to what you need to do intuitively. All right, you will receive the answers to what it is that you need to do intuitively. So always follow your inner knowing. And that's what I was getting for those of you who these messages resonate with. Peace, love, and light to you guys. I want to thank someone sent me a love donation. I don't know who it was. And so I want to tell you thank you so much for your love donation. As always, thank you to everyone else that also sends in love donation. And those of you who book personal readings, remember, if you're looking to book a personal reading with me, email me at laquannadivine@gmail.com, and we can go from there. I will send you the link to book and things like that. But thank you guys so much. I hope these messages helped you in some kind of way, or helped you to realize things, and to help you change your perspective on a few things. Please thumbs up this video if you found substance in it. And thank you so much. Peace, love, and light. And I'll catch you guys in your next pop-up reading.